Don't wanna let you know you're so hypnotic, magical. Don't wanna let you know you're so hypnotic, magical.
show you something. Let me show you something.
Hello and welcome back to Spicer Field for opening game number 2 of this regional NCAA tournament bracket between the Rowan Profs and the Cabrini Cavaliers. I once again am Jordan Burke, joined by Sam Brill yet again. Sam, game 1, Jumbos win 4-1. They're waiting to face the winner of this matchup with the Muhlenberg Mules slated to take on the loser. That will be tomorrow, but today's game, Sam, what do you got to say?
Yeah, I mean, the last one we saw a pitcher's duel with DeCoco just firing on all cylinders for the Jumbos. A couple of errors and defensive blunders from both teams that allowed a couple of runs to go across. Jumbos pushing across 4, which was good enough for the victory. And this is very similarly going to be a pitcher's duel between August and Burns. August for Rowan and Burns for Cabrini. August, just an excellent season for the Rowan Profs. A 1.48 ERA and a .91 whip in 22 games started, 29 appearances overall. So clearly showing that she's a reliable force for them. That's 151 innings that she was able to eat for her squad this year. And she's going to be out in that pitcher's circle first, but really just impressive numbers from her, and we're excited and really blessed to be able to watch her perform today.
Impressive enough numbers that earned her a spot on the top 25 Division III softball players across America. Her counterpart, as you mentioned, Burns, has had a pretty spectacular season herself. Most notably, she has 3 no-hitters in the year.
That's right, Jordan, and her 1.81 ERA is good for second best on her team behind Dorian Isles. Avery Burns, in 23 appearances and 17 games started, has thrown 15 complete games, and 8 of those have been shutouts. So 3 no-hitters, 8 shutouts, really another impressive resume from the Cabrini pitcher, Avery Burns. And, I mean, I'm looking for another pitcher's duel, Jordan. What do you think?
I think it's going to be a little bit more than that. I think it's going to be a more well-rounded game where you're going to have obviously a pitcher's duel between 2 incredible pitchers, but you do have to acknowledge, the downsides of both of these pitchers. If you look through August's match history and you see the games where she's listed as the losing pitcher, it's because she's gotten shelled early on. And this Cabrini lineup certainly has some of those hitters which are capable of dealing that level of damage, most notably being Ariana Miranda. I mean, 463 batting average, 44 stolen bases. She's got 2 home runs, 2 triples, 8 doubles. She's unstoppable.
Right, and what stands out to me is her 504 on base percentage, which is really just indicative of the fact that every 2 times she comes up to the plate, she gets on base one of those 2 times, which is, I mean, it's just numbers, but it's also just incredibly impressive to think about in a 7-inning game where if you're leading off as she is today, she could reach base 2 out of the 4 times, or at least expects to by the numbers. So really impressive season from her, and she's not the only threat on the base paths for the Cabrini Cavaliers. Madison Google also double-digit steals, but more than that, she's got 25 of 27 steals on attempts. So really just a lot of speed in this Cabrini lineup. So Rowan's going to have to do a really good job, and it all starts from the catcher. Hey, we're going to see how well she can control the run game today based on Miranda and Google getting on base.
Well, you can't forget the speed also goes both ways, because you have Mackenzie Melvin for Rowan, who has basically the entirety of her team's steals, 34 for 35. She's having a fantastic year herself, 377 batting average. She's played 41 games, started in all of those. Most notably, though, her 6 home runs. So you have her as a base stealing threat when she's not leaving the yard. And then she also is the power threat to just bat herself home.
Yeah, and it's really always a special treat when you can get that OPS, that on-base plus slugging percentage, up over 1,000. And Rowan has 2 players in those figures, with Mackenzie Melvin at 1.031 and Morgan Zane at 1.152. So this Rowan lineup really just impressive all the way down the line. Of course, we're announcing the Cabrini lineup right now. They've got no players over that 1 range for OPS, but excuse me, that's one of the other lineups.
You know, when you work
Cabrini,
as many softball games as we will be working in the next couple of days, things sometimes get a little bit messed up, so excuse us if we make a couple of mistakes here and there. We are still just college students, but we're going to do our best to give you guys the most accurate information that we can. Sam?
Yeah, Miranda, excuse me, has that OPS up over 1,000. She's at 1.134, and we spoke about her before, but Ariana Miranda, really just an impressive overall player, and Cabrini, a really well-hitting lineup once again. We're in for another real treat here, and as we said earlier, we'll say it again, the winner of this game goes on to face the Jumbos in Game 3 of our double elimination tournament. The loser of this game will go on to face the Muhlenberg Mules, who lost the first game 1-4.
Well, as the Profs lineup is being read out, we can note some important facts about them, most notably the fact that they are currently ranked number 17th in the nation for Division III softball programs. That has earned them the 1 spot in this, the 1 seed, rather, in this regional bracket. So this is the 1v4 matchup. And as you said, Sam, winner of this game will go on to take the Jumbos. Loser will go on to face the Mules because of the double elimination style of this playoff bracket. And while the announcers take the time to read off the lineups, why don't we do the same for you? So Rowan will be acting as the home team today, meaning they will play the field first, and Cabrini will be batting first. So for Rowan, who you can expect to see out there, as we said, will be Emily August pitching, and she will be facing off the Cabrini lineup, leading off with Miranda, followed by Google. Then one of the 2 twin sisters on this Cabrini lineup, this is going to be Caitlin Martin, batting third. Wargo in the cleanup spot, Allison Martin, 5th. Barbera, 6th, Stotler, 7th. Ilias, 8th, excuse me, and Tobelman batting 9th. And now that the umpires have been announced, no national anthem, as that happened in Game 1. Each team, I believe, will be heading back to their dugout and getting set to get this one underway. You hear that, Sam? It's hype music. 'Cause this game's going to be fun. It's going to be exciting.
Yeah, we're definitely in for a real treat here. This Rowan team 33-8 coming into this game, 15-3 in division, led by Coach Kim Wilson. And Jordan, as you said, ranked 17th across Division III baseball. Really just an impressive season from the Profs.
Sam, just a quick interjection. What sport is this?
This is softball. Did I say D3 baseball?
You did say D3 baseball.
My head is clearly in the clouds. My Tufts Jumbos baseball team took a tough loss last weekend. It looks like our season is done, but D3 softball. And over on the Cabrini side, having a tough start here. Geez. Cabrini 23-10 on the season, ahead by Coach Chris Protesto. They upset the first seed Marywood to win their first Atlantic East Conference since 2004, and it sent them right back here to the Division III softball regional in Medford, Mass, hosted by Tufts University. 6 AEC softball postseason honors with Miranda as the player of the year. Miranda, Caitlin Martin, Avery Burns, and Hewling on the first team, and Emily Wargo on the second team as the Profs now take the field.
Classic pre-game, pre-inning warm-ups going underway right now, despite the fact that sorry, I'm blanking out right now. Despite the fact that they had warm-up time earlier, still need that extra little bit of more game time prep, you know, with your pitcher actually throwing to a catcher, both of which fully geared up. But, said it before, I'll say it again, the throw down to second base means we are ready to get this one underway, as we have a elite matchup between a top 25 player in D3 softball versus a statistically outstanding hitter.
Leading off for the Cavaliers, center fielder, number 7, Ariana Miranda.
Miranda in at bat to lead off for Cabrini and start this game. Takes a strike from August.
And Miranda, 5'8", listed as a utility player from Reading, Pennsylvania. Just a sophomore here, though, so plenty more years for her.
Outside ball 1. One pitch from August. Swung, chip shot, but reeled in by the shortstop McNair, and that's one away.
Yeah, just got in on the hands of Miranda. She wasn't exactly able to get the barrel out in front of that and drive that softball, so just a little pop-up flare, reeled in by McNair, and now it'll be Google.
Well, certainly a new sight on the day. We have a left-handed batter coming up in the first inning of the game. Madison Google in now. Takes strike 1 on the outside edge.
Yeah, and a great pitch by August, working that outer half of the plate well here early.
The 0-1 is fouled back, and August is quickly ahead 0-2. August ahead in the count, 0-2. Solid contact by Google out into left field, and that is Zane bringing that one in for out number 2.
Yeah, I mean, as we saw in that first game, it seems that a common theme here is working that outside half of the plate really well, and August has complete control of the strike zone so far, working that outer half, and we saw that little pop fly and Zane able to take care of it.
This is Caitlin Martin in at bat now. With that foul, she's behind 0-1. So August, never behind in the count so far today. Has had even counts as the count runs even 1-1 now, but through the first inning, or first two batters at least, she has looked pretty solid.
Yeah, and working that
pitch out.
outside half of the plate well, but just missing there. She finds herself behind here in the count to the senior from Pennsylvania. Martin hitting out of that 3-hole, has hit a lot out of the 4-hole as well this season.
Another chip shot. That one going to go out of play, though. Two and two pitch from August. It's outside and fouled back. So 2 and 2, part 2 is low. Ball 3.
Really good pitch there from August, trying to paint that corner. Just a little bit too low for the umpire's liking. And we'll go 3 and 2. Two outs to Martin.
Takes a big turn on that pitch, drives it foul. It's in someone's yard.
Yeah.
Cleared the street.
Good aggressive swing there from Martin. She's been able to do a good amount of damage this season. Hitting .333 on the year.
That ball hit hard. Second baseman McCaffrey can't pick that one up. Went off the top of her glove, sails into right field, and that'll be a base hit for Martin.
Now batting first base.
2-out offense for Cabrini. Brings up number 10, Emily Wargo. Now with a runner on. First pitch is taken on the outside edge for a strike. There's a long pause before the strike called there. 0-1, taken again. And it's good for a strike as well. Wargo quickly behind 0-2. August, a strikeout pitcher, 153 strikeouts and 151 innings. That's a little bit more than a strikeout an inning. Didn't have one yet, but is certainly in a prime position to get one now as that pitch is outside. One-two pitch. Check swing, didn't go. Now the count's even at 2s.
Caitlin Martin, not exactly a threat on the base paths, but she's 6 of 6 in stolen base attempts this year already.
That ball hit up in the air. Coming in is both the third baseman and shortstop, but it ultimately is the third baseman, Bryant, who's going to reel in that one. So on 3 flyouts, 2 pop-outs and a flyout, rather, the top of the first inning will come to a close, and Rowan will come up to bat. As we've said, Rowan will be facing off against Avery Burns, who's been a very solid starting pitcher for Cabrini this season. And they will be throwing out a pretty standard lineup for them, being leadoff hitter Melvin, followed by McNair, Zane, McCaffrey, Haig, Thomas, Bryant, DePasquale, and Shakaitis.
Yeah, really a strong lineup from Rowan. Probably one of, if not the best, in this 4-team pod. And it all starts with Melvin, McNair, and Zane. Those 3 super dangerous at the top of this Rowan Profs lineup. What's interesting to note is that Burns has 3 no-hitters this year and 15 complete games. So we're going to see how long she'll last for Cabrini in this one. Of course, we thought it was going to be a pitcher's duel. We see 1 hit and no runs in the first, but we'll see if Burns can contain this Rowan lineup from the get-go.
Leading off center fielder, number 24, Mackenzie Melvin.
First up for the Profs here. Mackenzie Melvin takes the first pitch from Burns high. Ball 1. That pitch inside called ball. Got some firm ooze from the crowd. I think they might have thought that was perfectly on the inside edge. Burns unhappy with that call as well. Hands on her knees momentarily. Being talked to, I imagine, in response for her reaction to the call, as she is now fallen behind Melvin 3-0. Melvin only with 9 walks on the season. Correction, make that 10 as that pitch was incredibly high. And while the no-hitter is still alive, the perfect game is not.
Yeah, Burns having a tough time finding the strike zone and filling it up here early, missing both of those last ones high. So we're going to see if she can command it just a little bit better here, although Cabrini playing with the corners in.
Shortstop McNair up now.
Yeah, that one right down the middle, and McNair could have really bounced on it. She's got an 848 OPS on the year, so definitely has a good deal of pop in that bat.
Running and safe is Melvin. That'll be her 35th stolen base of the year. Expected to see some steals coming in from her. Only one on her roster, which I believe more than 5 stolen bases.
Yeah, that one was real close, but Melvin just got that foot in there.
Taking is McNair. 1-2 the count to her now, with a runner in scoring position. That pitch high. Counts run even at 2s.
Burns still struggling with her command, leaving a lot of these balls up in the zone.
Quick swing, fouled off, but that was impressive bat speed. Seemed almost as if she was hesitating whether or not she wanted to swing. Last second decided and still made solid contact. Takes another pitch high for ball 3. Full count now to McNair, runner on second. She makes interesting contact on that one. With the throw over to first is Burns, so she gets an out. However, on the throw, Melvin advanced over to third.
Yeah, and Jordan, honestly, that ball was hit right back at Burns and hit at her hard, and she had Melvin frozen about a third of the way down to third base. So you even take a snap throw back to second base. Of course, Barbera wasn't there for the throw, but you look her back, you still have plenty of time to get the runner going to first in McNair. So could have prevented that run from getting to third base, but nonetheless, we've got 1 out and a runner on third for Rowan here in the bottom of the first inning.
She did look over briefly. I do have to say some smart base running by Melvin was indeed there as ball number 2 comes into Zane. She looked over to Melvin. Melvin froze temporarily, and the second that Burns' attention went towards getting the runner at first, she took off for third. So as much as you can freeze that runner, she was paying close enough attention to how Burns was controlling the active runner trying to get to first, enough so that she manages to move over to third as ball 3 sails in for Zane. Taking all the way on 3-0.
Yeah, Wargo's still really struggling with her, Burns really still struggling with her command early in this one, falling behind on a lot of these hitters and then working her way back into the count. That was an excellent pitch, high and outside. Really tough for Zane to be able to get the bat head out on that one to drive it to right field, but at this point all she really needs is a ball in the outfield that could score Melvin, because Melvin, the speedster on third base, you're assuming this one doesn't have to get too deep.
Yeah, even a softly hit ground ball might be able to net a run. I don't think you're in a position with 2 strikes to drop a safety squeeze. Maybe earlier in the count you can try something along those lines, but right now is the payoff pitch. Hit right back to Burns, just away from her glove, and that'll bring home a run on the base hit from Zane. Just out of the reach of Burns' glove. And the Profs have struck first. 1 hit, 1 run.
Yeah, all set up by that leadoff walk from Melvin. And as one of my former coaches used to say, leadoff walks never score, but of course, in a facetious manner, scores here in the first inning. 1 out, and Rowan still looking to pile on some damage with a runner on first base here.
I think that went exactly as that ball on the check swing is hit right back to Burns, takes it over to first to get out number 2. Zane advancing to second on the throw.
Now batting the catcher, number 23.
But as I was saying, Sam, pregame we had a discussion about how we thought this one might line up. And one of the big things we had highlighted was Melvin gets on base, Melvin steals a base, and then just productive outs or hits will bring her home. And that's exactly what's happened here early on in the game.
That's right, Jordan. And now with Zane on second base, you have another runner in scoring position with Haig up at the dish. Haig on the season has really been excellent for them as well. 309 batting average.
This one high up in the air, trying to find the ball, is the catcher, Martin. Reels that one in for out number 3. So at the end of the first, the Profs have struck first, each team with 1 hit, but Rowan leading the score 1-0 as we head into the top of the second. Top of the second, Cabrini up at bat. It's going to be their 5, 6, and 7 hitters. The other Martin, Allison Martin, now up at bat against Emily August. She takes ball 1.
And Jordan, we spoke about it earlier, but August has had tremendous command of the strike zone so far, working away to the hitters well.
Excuse me, that was a strike. Much is that one.
Yeah, and those sliders away can be devastating, and you see her up ahead 0-2. Really just has Martin guessing.
I will correct again. It is 1-1 the count as that ball is hit well into right field. Diving to try and stop that ball from getting to the wall was Shukaitis, potentially saving extra bases there on what is now a single from Allison Martin. That is both Martin sisters now with singles.
Yeah, good job by Martin going with that pitch, just punching it to right field, and Shukaitis doing the thankless job of keeping that ball in front of her to keep the runner off second base.
Barbera looking to bunt, gets that one down on the ground. Running in is the third baseman, Bryant, and with an excellent throw over to Deepas Squall on first, will record an out. However, Martin has now moved over to second. So, sack from Barbera was successful.
Now batting third base, number 30, Shauna Stadler.
Yeah, and Cabrini now just is trying to tie this one up, push that runner along, and then make something happen late in the inning.
Stotler up at bat now, 278 hitter. Slices that one foul. She does have 15 RBIs on the year, so certainly capable of bringing Martin home from second. Takes another big swing and fouls one off again.
Yeah, she quickly finds herself down 0-2, and against August, who has both fast and off speed, really just guessing here.
The 0-2 pitch. taken well outside for ball one.
Yeah, good job using that slider to try to get her to offer at it, but Stotler wisely stays put.
August ahead 1-2. Her pitch hit well into right field. Giving chase is Shukaitis. Can't catch it in foul ground. And with that, Stotler will go to swing again.
Yeah, it looked like just out of the reach of Shukaitis, but even if she catches that ball, Martin can still advance from second base. So could have had a runner on third with 2 outs. Still just 1-2 count here to Stotler.
And swinging again is Stotler. That one fouled back and out of play. One, two, the count yet again. Taken low in the dirt, but that one gets past the catcher, Haig, and that'll move Martin over to third.
Yeah, it looked like a wild pitch there from August, moving the runner to third.
Now the tying run is 60 feet away.
That's
2-2
right.
Now.
August looking for the punch out.
Not going to find it on that pitch. Same pitch that had appeared to be called as a strike for all the other batters that August had faced. Not called a strike there. Haig looking back, having a quick word saying, I don't know, Chief, maybe that was good, as Stotler fouls back yet another pitch.
Yeah, definitely a close pitch and one that you're going to go to 2-2, looking for that strikeout. Stotler taking a bit of a gamble, staying put, no swing, but rewarded. Now 3-2 count.
She's put up one heck of an at-bat so far, and it keeps going with at least one more pitch as she fouls back yet another. She's really battling.
Yeah, and it's exactly what you want if you're Cabrini here. Try to knock August out of the game. Of course, not exactly the same as baseball in terms of pitches, but drawing the walk there, really big for Cabrini. It does set up the double play, but if you're Emily August, you have to be telling yourself to just continue to trust your stuff, and eventually you'll get rewarded.
That pitch, yet again, August thought she had just got the edge of the plate, edge of the zone. Didn't get the call that she wanted. Stotler trotted over happily after a fantastic at-bat, bringing up Ilias now, who takes ball one. Perhaps August is a little rattled. Wild pitch and then issuing a walk that she thought might have been questionable. First pitch ball is rare. Safety squeeze situation, but bunt went foul.
Yeah, and a good bunt, but just falls right of the first baseline.
That was in play. I think she might have been safe herself, too. No one was there to cover that. 1-1. Think she does it again, Sam? Answer is no. Takes a late swing and knocks one foul.
It clearly doesn't matter what I think. I thought she should have laid another one down. Ilias, a 239 hitter, on the season. 619 OPS, so not a ton of power either.
She does have 11 RBIs, though. Goes down swinging on the high pitch there from August. A much-needed strikeout, as that will eliminate the sac fly option.
That's right, and now Tobelman, the designated player, coming up to the plate. Tobelman, a 288 hitter on the season. Got a little speed to her name as well, 6 of 7 on steals. But not a ton of power, only one double on the year.
Swings over that pitch, strike one. It's another lefty, Sam. Like seeing some diversity here. Used to seeing a lot of right-handed hitters as Tolman tries to lay down a bunt, but that one was just popped up well into the air. Haig easily picking that one up.
No errors, 2 left on base.
What was once a solid option for Cabrini with a runner on third and 1 out. Quickly became nothing. They leave 2 on as the top of the second inning comes to a close. Rowan leading 1-0 as we head into the bottom of the second. Bottom of the second, due up for Rowan, going to be their 6, 7, 8 hitters. That's Thomas, Bryant, and D. Pasquale. First pitch was a ball. Second pitch, good for a strike.
That one looked a little high and tight, but Burns able to get the call. Again, incredible command of the strike zone from both of these pitchers.
Thomas, a 343 hitter with a 414 on base percentage, is a couple of walks, 13 to her name. So her eye is certainly good. However, she was fooled on that one, swung well underneath a high pitch. For strike 2, 2-2 the count now. Burns to Thomas, high ball 3.
Yeah, and a traditional leave pitch there with 2 strikes. Thomas lays off. Now the 3-2 on the way.
Payoff pitch. Swung on and missed. That's a forwards facing K for Burns.
Now batting third base, number 6, Brianna Bryant.
The third baseman, Bryant, now stepping in for the Profs. Takes first pitch, high ball 1.
Looks like it might be some nerves here from Burns as she's struggled with her command. Still has a good feel for the zone, but when she misses big.
Second pitch just outside, ball 2. High yet again, ball 3. Rise ball isn't there today for Burns, or at least not yet. 3-0 now, taking all the way. That ball's in for a strike. Three-one pitch, taken high, ball 4. Second walk now issued by Burns.
Now batting first base, number 8.
Gives the Profs a 1-out base runner. And D. Pasquale will now come up to bat with 1 on. Takes a first pitch ball. That pitch falling out of the hand of Burns. Just lost complete control of that one. Bounced into the foot of D. Pasquale, resulting in a hit by pitch, and now 2 on, first and second, and 1 out for Shukaitis.
Yeah, Jordan, we've seen Burns struggle a little bit with her command here, or excuse me, control. Her command has been pretty on point, but her control has struggled a little bit, and it's allowed a couple of Rowan base runners here to reach in the second. And, you know, the first runner of the walking the first batter of the game is really never a good thing, and especially when that batter comes around to score, it can shake your confidence. But Burns needs to go back to her stuff and really trust it to be able to get out of this jam.
This is the 9-hitter Shukaitis. That pitch well above the strike zone, ball 1.
Yeah, and still missing big when she misses is Burns, so we'll see if she can reel it in here.
That off-speed pitch well on the opposite end of pitch number 1. That ball was low and in the zone for her strike. That pitch hit well out into center field. Giving chase is Miranda. Reels that one in for out number 2.
Now batting center fielder, number 24.
And a good job by Miranda to really get under that, make sure that there's no tag from Bryant. Getting under it, bringing all of her force towards third base to be able to do that. But 2 outs here now for the Profs, and Burns trying to fight her way out of this jam still.
Mackenzie Melvin up to bat for her second time. Walked her first time up to start off this game. Stole a base and then later came around to score. On the Zane base hit. And low in the zone seems to be working rather well for Burns as she goes back to that off-speed pitch and it falls in beautifully for a strike.
Right, and for a right-handed hitter, that ball looks like it's coming straight at that front knee and then curves over the middle of the plate. Really not much that Rowan can do about it at that point. So good job by Burns trussing her stuff and using that slider really to come across the middle of the plate.
2-1 pitch to Melvin is high, turned, ripped one foul. Now she has 2 strikes on her.
Yeah, really good job by Melvin attacking that pitch, elevated in the zone, trying to do damage with it as she should. But Jordan, that wind still howling in. Not sure if Melvin has enough juice to get it out. And she swings through that one. It's going to end the second inning here and keep the Profs at 1. Nice job by Burns to battle out of that jam.
Fantastic job by Burns there, getting 2 very crucial outs in the flyout and the strikeout of Mackenzie Melvin in order to strand 2 runners for the Profs and keep this a 1-0 ball game, allowing her team to come up to bat in the top of the 3rd. Top of the 3rd here at Spicer. Miranda steps in for her second time up. Had a soft contact pop out to the shortstop her last time up. And is now down 0-1 in the count behind August.
Yeah, Miranda, the leader of this Cabrini offense, hitting out of that 1 hole, but again, popped out in her first appearance.
Swings through that high heat for strike 2. Oh, 2 now. And August certainly a strikeout pitcher. Not going to get it on that one. Miranda taking that one foul. This pitch hit into shallow right field. Settling under it is Shukaitis, and that'll be out number 1.
Now batting the shortstop, number 32, Madison Google.
2-hitter Google now coming up to bat. Her last time up, flied out to left field. First pitch she sees swinging just outside of the line, foul. Oh, 1 pitch from August is hit right back up the middle, and that one will get through for a base hit.
Really good job by Google to keep her hands back as long as she could on that off-speed pitch and really just get that back through the middle. Gets to Cabrini, a base runner, and base runners will lead to runs, so Cabrini looking to push their first across here against August, who's been spectacular.
Coming up now is Caitlin Martin. Singled her first time up. Takes the first pitch, ball high. One on the 1-0 pitch is going to be outside for ball 2.
Yeah, and August beginning to struggle with her control a bit with a runner on base.
Not just any runner. Google has 25 stolen bases. Maybe we'll see her take off. Not on that one as Martin fouls one back right at the camera.
Yeah, Google 25 steals on 27 attempts. So we'll see if she's going here on the 2-1 count.
That pitch outside, ball 3. I think they might be pitching to a potential stolen base. Faster pitches in a position where no contact could be made for a hit and run situation. Try and throw out that runner. Rowan has thrown out 12 runners as Martin fouls that ball off. However, they have also given up 16 stolen bases, so about even. Martin had a full count her last time up. Proceeded to hit a single. We'll see if her luck fares the same now. As the payoff pitch from August is driven and nabbed out of the air by McNair for out number 2.
Yeah, again, that one just got in on the hands of Martin. And Martin can't really get the barrel out to it, can't drive it. And so now 2 outs with that runner on first base. Cavaliers still looking to push that first run across. Wargo looking for damage.
First pitch he takes for a ball. Much to the discontent of the Rowan fans in attendance. Second time that we saw McNair just drift over and catch this softly hit. I don't want to say fly ball, but I guess it's in the air, so is that the right term for it, a fly ball in that situation?
I would say weak line drive.
Weak line drive. Second time that she moved over and picked one up, and that one had the potential to be devastating. If that was just a couple inches over to her left, that would have now had a 1-out situation with a runner in scoring position. Although August is locked in as she throws yet another strike.
Yeah, I mean, Jordan, softball's a funny game. Sometimes it's the weakest hit balls that find the ground and get base runners on.
No base runners on that ball, however. Swung through was Wargo for another strikeout in favor of the Profs. Bottom of the third, Profs up by 1. They have their 2, 3, and 4 hitters due up. McNair, who's had some excellent defensive plays. Zane with the lone RBI on the day, and McCaffrey. Right now, McNair going to step in. She grounded out to the pitcher her last time up and takes ball 1. Takes yet again, and Burns misses high for ball 2.
Yeah, and Burns has been battling from behind pretty consistently in this one, and it really just gives your hitters the opportunity to sit back, wait on fastball, and just really drive it. And hitters that can do damage like McNair, Zane, and McCaffrey coming up, you can't have that. Of course, McNair reaching base for the Profs here, and not really a threat on the base paths. Only 2 of 2 on the season, but Zane, a lot of power in that bat for her.
Now she has a runner on to drive home as Burns finds the strike zone for the first pitch. Doesn't quite find it there. That one low for ball 1. That ball ripped fair down the left field line. Chasing it down is Martin, but she's not going to pick that one up before the damage is done. Throw's not even going to come home. RBI double for Zane.
Yeah, Jordan, as we were just saying, Zane is one of those hitters who can do damage on the season. She's got plenty of extra base hits. Her OPS well over 1,000, so driving in a run there, doing the damage that we just talked about, and now she'll be on second base with no outs here in the bottom of the 3rd.
And this is now the second time that a leadoff walk was issued by Burns, and then Zane has brought that batter home. McCaffrey now up with a runner in scoring position and no outs. Grounded out to the pitcher her last time up. Takes that for a pitch, and what is seemingly for the first time, Burns is ahead 0-2 on a batter.
Yeah, and hasn't been ahead all that much, but McCaffrey now up at the plate, looking to drive home her teammate Zane.
Well, that ball's hit high in the air. Miranda settling underneath it. Makes the grab, looks back the runner at second, and keeps her steady.
Now batting the catcher, number 23, Corey Haig.
Haig, a 309 hitter on the season.
Not going to take a swing at that pitch, however. Ball 1.
Yeah, Burns still missing up a fairly consistent amount, and on the balls that she's not missing up, she's leaving well over the middle of the plate.
Take second pitch inside for a ball.
And once again, Burns working from behind in the count, allowing these Profs hitters to get comfortable.
High and out, ball 3. So the same situation start off this inning with a walk to McNair. She was ahead 3-0, took a pitch high for ball 4. See if maybe Burns has learned her lesson. As she has, throws that one low and outside for a strike, just getting the outside edge. It's a good pitch.
Yeah, definitely a good pitch and a tough one to hit. One you're definitely not swinging at 3-0.
3-1 catches the bottom half of the zone there. Now the count's full. Good job by Burns to work herself back into this one.
Yeah, and Haig just getting a little bit too complacent with that one. 309 batting average. Had to put that one in play, and she does just there.
Right up the middle. Coming home, or trying to come home, was Zane. However, maybe that was just a bait to try and get the throw in so that your runner in Haig can advance to second, which is exactly what happened on the throw. Base hit from Haig, not getting a run. However, she will advance to second on the throw. Now there's 2 in scoring position for Thomas, who struck out her last time up.
Yeah, great base running from her to move up to second on that throw.
Takes high ball 1. Second pitch is also high for ball 2.
And once again, she falls down in the count. And Thomas looking to do damage here.
Burns has really established that pitch low in the zone. I don't think she's thrown it for a ball yet, and has consistently gotten these Profs hitters looking as that pitch falls in for a strike. Goes back high, and it's a ball.
Yeah, Burns still having trouble keeping that ball low in the zone, missing up quite a bit so far.
3-1 pitch is high for ball 4. Second walk of the inning. 4th of the game for Burns. Seeming a little rattled right now. Gonna have a quick mound visit. Coach Chris Protesto gonna converse with his pitcher and try and settle her down.
Right, and sometimes walking out to the mound, bases loaded, 1 out, you just slow things down a little bit. Of course, that double play is back in order. He could decide to bring the infield in, down 2 already, but we'll see what's really going on. I really like this mound visit a lot, though, because Burns must be out of sorts at this point. She's missing up quite a bit. She's really just got to trust her stuff. That inside slider to those right-handers has been devastating so far. She's got to trust her stuff, continue to really just, keep filling up the game, but looks like we're going to go to a pitching change here.
No, not a pitching change. That was a notification about a pinch runner coming in to replace the recently walked Thomas. This is going to be number 34, Gabby Fonolosa.
Your attention, pinch running at first base for Rowan, number 34, Gabby Fonolosa.
With 1 out, looking for some more speed on the bases, try and really blow this game open, as you already have a 2-0 lead. Potential to add even more, as you said, Sam, that low pitch slider runs inside on Bryant for strike 1.
Yeah, to the left hitters, you can use that back door to curve and catch that outside part of the plate, or you can use it starting over the middle of the plate, running into a left-handed hitter, try to get that flare shot. And, of course, with your infield in, a flare could be an effective way to get an out here, especially considering only 1 out. Runners have to pause on a ball in the air.
Another pitch high for ball 3. I thought to myself, Sam, that maybe that mound visit was to have a discussion about these high pitches. As yet again, off speed, low in the zone finds a strike, and the count has run full on Bryant. Do you hit a point where these high pitches, actually that one worked beautifully, gets Bryant swinging for a much needed second out of the inning?
Now batting first base, number 8.
As I was saying, does there come a point where that high pitch just isn't useful anymore? And have we hit that point where now you need to start looking more laterally side to side, outside versus inside instead of high-low?
Well, I think you just need to trust what's working for you to get ahead in the count. Rowan is probably sitting fastball going up to the plate. And if Burns continues to use that slider to get ahead, as she does just there, 1-1 count, as she continues to use that slider to get ahead, you can use that fastball to elevate and use it as a leaf pitch to set that slider up once again. It's been what's working for her so far, so why not use it in a way that's more effective?
I think you make a very good point, Sam. I think that it's clearly, they're using it so much that it has to be a part of her arsenal, something that she really likes to go to, as she does right there to now run the count 3-1. A walk would bring in a run here. So this pitch has a lot of impact behind it. Goes to that off-speed pitch chasing outside, strike 2. And I think you said it best. It's working. It just worked right there, and now you're in a full count situation where maybe now you can set up that high pitch. However, that pitch getting through the legs of Martin will issue a walk, bring a run home. May have gotten away from her, but with runners taking their time getting in and not moving and having a lucky bounce off of the wall will not bring in a run off of that walk. So, run will come home. Zane will score the 3rd run of the game for Rowan as Burns finds strike number 1 to Shukaitis.
And there she goes. She's using that slider to get ahead right now. She's got an 0-1 count. with 2 outs. Just looking to induce some soft contact. Goes back to the fastball up and out, though, for the leaf pitch. Maybe wait until you get 2 strikes before you try to make a hit or swing and miss.
1-1 now to Shukaitis. Can't quite find the outside edge there, much to the crowd's dismay. I don't know, looked pretty good to me. That ball hit sharply to the shortstop. Google can't pick that one up, and the throw home will not be in time, and 2 runs will score on a base hit from Shukaitis. Being ruled an E6. Google did have a chance to try and pick that one up. It was just out of reach of her glove. Maybe she thought she had it read properly on the bounce, and it just moved away from her. But nonetheless, 2 runs come home, establishing a now 5-0 lead for the Profs.
Yeah, if you're Google, you really have to do everything in your power to get in front of that ball. I know it's coming in quick, but if you can get in front of that, at least body it up, that's only 1 run across the board instead of 2.
Mackenzie Melvin now up at bat, representing the 9th woman up in the inning. She has 2 on and 2 out. 1-1, this ball hit well into center field. Miranda cutting over, able to pick that one up and keep the damage only to 4 runs. I say only as if that's not a blowing this game open. It was a 1-0 game, and now it's 5-0. And things are starting to look a little bit more grim for the Cavaliers. However, still 4 innings left in this game, and they have every opportunity to try and get themselves back in this one. Top of the 4th here, the Cavaliers down 5-0, taking their turn at bat. It's going to be Allison Martin up for her 2nd time. She hit a single her last time up. Found her way all the way to 3rd base, but did not come around to score. Takes that pitch well in for a strike. 1-1 to her. Takes a hack, barely makes contact underneath that ball, fouls it off.
Yeah, and a defensive cut on a really strong pitch there from August, working up and in, and we've spoken about it before, but if you can paint the top of the strike zone well with that pitch, it's one of the hardest pitches to get to. You've got to get your barrel all the way around, and it's really just tough to get to, so August using that pitch effectively here.
See if she goes back to it again for the 1-2. Instead goes outside, gets the outside edge, and catches Martin looking.
Yeah, that's her 3rd strikeout of the day, and August really just dealing here, only giving up 3 hits to the opposing offense in Cabrini. Barbera just looking to get something started here.
She had a sac bunt her last time up. Beautifully placed bunt. First time we'll see her swing. She swings away from this pitch, or from the first pitch, 0-1. High pitch yet again. Soft contact underneath. This one going up and back, putting August ahead at 0-2, looking for back-to-back strikeouts, or back-to-back-to-back if you go to the last out of the previous inning.
Yeah, August really beginning to heat up and turn it on here for Rowan. Certainly a reason why she's in that top 25 players, and she's dealing here, putting it all on full display.
Well outside, ball 2. Count now even at 2s for Barbera. Makes soft contact there on the ground ball to McCaffrey. Not able to outrun the throw, however, and she will go down on the 4-3 putout.
Yeah, definitely hustling up the line and good speed from Barbera, but just a routine play for McCaffrey. And just an easy 4-3 for her. August still dealing.
2 out now, Stotler the batter. Her last time up, she had a fantastic at-bat. Worked her way to a walk after falling behind 1-2. Just kept fouling off pitch after pitch after pitch. That pitch called a strike on the outside. 0-1 now to Stotler.
And a great pitch, but Jordan looked like a makeup call. Thought that first pitch was outside, and that second one might have caught the black on the inside of the plate, but calling it a ball nonetheless. 1-1 count here.
I think that's a fair assumption to say it was a makeup call. 1-1. Fouled off. 1-2.
Now, if you're Cabrini, you've got to be thinking base runners, base runners, base runners, right? You're down 5 in the top of the 4th. If you can get base runners, you can begin to claw and fight your way back into this one.
Big swing and a miss there from Stotler. 2 strikeouts in the inning there for August, putting down the Cavaliers 1-2-3 in the top of the 4th inning, enabling the Profs to come up and look to add to their 5-0 lead in the bottom of the 4th. Bottom of the 4th inning, 5-0 in favor of the Profs, who are currently up to bat. Leading off is McNair. Her last time up had a 4-pitch walk, later came around to score. And is quickly ahead of Burns 2-0. That pitch well low, bouncing in front of the plate for ball 3. And yet again, McNair finds herself ahead 3-0. Last time she got ball 4. This time gets ball 4.
Yeah, Jordan, and we've seen Burns struggle with her command most of the day so far. She's had a couple of walks here. Again, leadoff walks are always tough. We had one score in the first inning, first runner of the game, so we'll see if the same thing ends up happening to McNair. And Zane ripped a double her last time up that scored McNair.
That was this exact same situation that happened in the last inning. Leadoff walk to McNair. Zane comes up. This hit well in play, foul, and that'll be Wargo reeling it in for out number 1. So not quite going to see the same exact repeat of last inning. Zane not hitting a double there. Quite the opposite, actually. This one went behind her instead of in front and in play. McCaffrey fouls this one off and out of play. She flew out to center field her last time up, 0 for 2 on the day, looking to add her first hit to the 5 runs that the Profs have established for themselves so far.
Yeah, Burns seems to be a little bit more effectively wild here in this inning, missing the zone a fair amount, but still able to fill it up and keep these Rowan hitters off balanced.
That pitch is going to be inside for ball 2. As will that one. 3-1 to McCaffrey. Already 1 walk in the inning has been issued. And this is a hitter's count. Takes this one up, sliding shortstop. Google picks up the ball, but a wild toss will advance the runner in McNair over to third.
Yeah, and really just a tough break there for Burns, who got the ground ball that she wanted. You got to do a better job turning that double play up the middle. You know, your pitcher's working so hard for you and having a little bit of trouble filling up the zone, but now it's going to be Haig looking to do some damage on that E6.
Even if you don't get the double play, you at least have to try and get 1 out. And leave it to your pitcher to just try and get 1 more out herself.
Right, and as they say, 1 then 2, she tried to go a little bit too quick on the 1 and ended up with none. So now Haig looking to pour it on.
Acts like she's going to lay down a bunt there. Pulls back. However, that pitch was still in for a strike. And as the catcher, Martin, popped up, looked at third, potentially looking for a throwback, McCaffrey was able to take second on a defensive indifference. It's a tough word to say. That pitch hitting Haig. She'll take first. Confusion by the runner on third, McNair. I think she thought that one just got away from Martin. She ran halfway down the baseline before realizing that she can't move. Second hit by pitch for Burns. And yet another batter. 1-0.
Thomas, the designated player, 343 hitter on the season.
Pitch outside, 2-0. That one well outside for 3.
Yeah, it looks like Burns might just be running out of gas here.
Yet again, a walk would bring in a run. However, that pitch beautifully finds the inside edge. Still in a hitter's count, 3-1. Do you take? She does.
And just as I say that, Burns begins to fill up the zone. So a full count here with 1 out, double play still in order. So anything on the ground, these runners have to be going.
Well, they should be in motion. Or without 2 outs, my bad. No one would be in motion in that situation. But good pitch from Burns, get Thomas swinging, and now there's 2 outs. So she has a chance here to put up a 0 in the bottom of the 4th, despite all the trouble that she has faced. First pitch strike coming into Bryant. Second pitch high for ball 1. Again, this pitch high and outside for ball 2.
Yeah, Martin really trying to do everything in her power to steal some of those strikes. That one just too far up and too far out. Trying to steal another one there with a frame job, but can't quite do it. Now count runs 3-1, and Burns is in trouble once again.
Well, last time she was in trouble was 3-0, and she worked her way back for a strikeout. That pitch good for a strike, and this count has run full. Now with 2 outs, the runners should be in motion.
Yeah, Jordan, but she keeps working her way back on that slider. We'd like to see her use that a little more early in the count, but unable to find the zone with a fastball there. Walks in another run, and Burns still struggling with her fastball command.
Her last time up, Deep Pasquale walked, which brought in a run. Faces a similar situation here. First pitch good for a strike from Burns. Looking to just leave this one run up on the board as this ball fouled back and out of play. She's ahead 0-2. Could really use a strikeout or just any out in general right now. Limit the damage to that one run. 6-0 is still playable as this ball is hit well into right field. Underneath it is Ilias to end this bottom of the fourth inning, bring her team up to bat in the fifth. However, Profs able to tack on one more run on a bunch of consecutive walks, putting themselves up 6-0. Top of the fifth here at Spicer. Profs adding up another one run in the bottom of the fourth to go up 6-0 over Cabrini. Cabrini going to have their 8, 9, and 1 hitters. Ilias, Tobelman, and Miranda due up against August, who has looked extremely good in her outing today.
Right. August has been super formidable. I think she's got 5 strikeouts on the day. Maybe just 4. I might have given her credit for 1 too many, but looked extremely strong shutting down this Cabrini lineup. Only 3 hits for the opposing hitters.
Both teams with 3 hits, the difference maker being the walks and hit by pitches issued by Burns. Those have really caused the runs to be piled on for the Profs as Ilias swings through that pitch to go down 1-2 in the count. 1-2 pitch from August. Up well in play, and underneath that is Haig for out number 1.
Yeah, August continues to deal. Her 2-pitch mix plus working inside and outside has just, it's really been unhittable so far for Cabrini. Even the left-handed hitters who can see that ball coming into their bat off of her hand just can't seem to get it going.
Tobelman the batter now. Makes solid contact, but that one's going to go out of play. August ahead 0-1 in the count now, as she has been almost all day. Don't think she's fallen behind a batter. Maybe 1 or 2 here and there.
Yeah, and the wind really beginning to pick up here at Spicer Field on the campus of Tufts University, but that flag now shifting in movement a little bit, blowing more towards left than in so much, so right-handers could have a chance.
August trying to work well on that outside corner. Can't find it there either. Now 2-1 the count to Tobelman. Takes a good cut and fouls one back.
Yeah, August continuing to deal, just evening this one out at 2-2. Tobelman has to be ready for anything here.
See what August has to deal on this 2-2 pitch. High and outside. The count has run full to Tobelman.
Yeah, good leaf pitch there from August, though. That sets up pretty much anything else, including that fastball low and in. She could use that slider back door. She could go slider front door. Really sets everything up.
Well, she goes to that outside edge as she had it for all the previous pitches of the at-bat and gets Tobelman swinging on that one.
Yeah.
Out number 2 of the inning.
And really tough as a hitter if you're looking high on the pitch before. That pitch was out of the zone, but not so far out of the zone where you can give up on it. That next one coming in on the same at the same angle, but just a little bit lower. As a hitter, it's incredibly difficult to adjust to that.
First pitch to Miranda fouled back. Miranda, rather quiet today, has had a couple of plays out in center defensively, but hitting-wise, not too much from her. She takes the 0-1 for a ball. One pitch from August. Fouled back.
Yeah, August just continuing to keep hitters off balance. Miranda really just trying to get anything going here. Down 1-2. Once again, August looking to put her away for the third time.
Miranda not chasing that pitch outside. Finds herself ball number 2.
Yeah, and even though that slider missed the zone, it really sets up pretty much anything here.
August goes back to the same pitch, this time just a little bit higher, but still outside, and Miranda takes to run the count full. That ball was inside, fouls it off.
Yeah, good job by Miranda to get the bat head out in front of that one. Really turn on it, just a little too far out in front, dribbles foul.
Miranda battling, trying to start something. Makes solid contact on that ball, however, it's foul.
Yeah, 2 straight swings where Miranda knew that ball was coming low and in. Turns on them both, puts them both a little bit too far foul left. If I'm August, I'm going up to that high and outside heater after she set up that low and inside pitch.
Well, she goes low and outside, and that ball is hit well over the head and off the fence is that ball from Miranda. Good piece of full count hitting, good piece of 2-out hitting, and puts herself in scoring position now for Google.
Yeah, and Google, one of the other excellent hitters for this Cabrini team, 950 OPS and hitting 380. So Google now, she's got a shot to push across the first run for Cabrini.
Profs going to have a quick mound visit here. One of the few times that they've faced any sort of trouble. There are 2 outs. Miranda is getting this offense going with a double. She has put herself in scoring position, but the Cavaliers are in desperate need of a run here, and it's Google up at bat. Takes a pitch on the outside edge for strike 1. Google singled her last time up. Love to put another one in play as she swings through that pitch for strike 2.
Yeah, that hit from Miranda was really the first hard hit ball that we've seen off August. We've seen a couple of balls that have found holes here and there, but that one hit really well and hit really hard right back up the middle. And maybe on a day where it's a little less windy or maybe a little less than 220, she's got a shot at the first run of the game for Cabrini.
0-2 pitch fouled off by Google. Still alive in the at-bat, although August is ahead and has a couple of strikeouts to her name so far today. That pitch well high. And great job by Haig there to get up and snag that ball out of the air before it could get behind her. One-two to Google. Fouled off. And we'll do the 1-2 again. August's pitch. Looked middle. Google making contact on that one, fouling it off.
Yeah, August elevating a little bit there, trying to get it just over the hands of Google, and trying to get a punchy.
Pitch to Google. Contact made. That ball's going out to left center field, and it's over the head of Zane, and the first runs will come in for Cabrini. Back-to-back doubles by Miranda and Google give the Cavaliers their first run of the game.
Yeah, and really excellent hitting by Google. That pitch was up and out, gets the bat head around to it, and, slaps herself a double, trades places with her teammate Miranda, and gets her team on the board.
2-out rally seeming to be in play for the Cavaliers here. Martin up at bat now with a runner at second. She has a hit on the day, singled way back when in the first. Looking to throw another run on the board here for her team. Swings under that high pitch, ball one, strike one, excuse me. 0-1 now to Martin. Again goes back to that high and outside fastball. Fouled off 0-2.
Yeah, and in their last playoff game, Martin hitting out of the 4-hole, hitting out of the 3-hole here, had a base hit in the first and popped out to the shortstop in the third, looking to knock in her teammate at second base.
Some question being asked back behind home plate. Not sure what about. Maybe about the count being 1-1. I don't think that is correct, because pretty sure she swung and fouled off 2 balls. Ah, a legal pitch, I am being told, was the result there, and that is why it is now 1-2 in the count after that foul ball. 1-2 to Martin. Way high, ball 2. Runner on second and 2 out here. Count even at 2s to Martin. She fouls one back. We'll do the 2-2 again. August to Martin. Pitches outside. Ball 3. Counts run full.
And August, who looked unshakable before this inning, seems to have put a couple of balls over the plate, and Cabrini's really taken advantage of it.
Payoff pitch. Turned on and driven foul. Third full count of the inning that August has found herself in. 1 strikeout, 1 double. We'll see how this one results. Ball 4, walk.
Now batting first base, number 10, Emily Wargo.
First baseman Wargo gonna come into bat, but I think we might be seeing a pitching change first. Maybe an attack strategy, as August has been shaken up. Yep, just gonna be a quick conversation with her. Mound visit for composure.
Yeah, Coach Wilson still has plenty of confidence in her top 25 player in August. August still only giving up that 1 run across these 5 frames so far. Looking to shut Cabrini down here.
That ball driven hard to the third baseman. Bryant picks that one up, and the inning will end with only a 1 spot being put on the board for Cabrini, but 1 is better than 0. They haven't been shut out, and we still have 2.5 innings left for the Cavaliers here to try and come back in their battle against the Profs. But, Sam, you know what time it is. It is time for the 5th inning flex here at JumboCast. If you missed game 1, we have our own patented thing called the 5th inning flex. In the 5th inning flex, usually when we're commentating for the Jumbos, what we'll say is how many or under what circumstances does the visiting team's mascot have to take down the Jumbos. Sam, you have something? Nope.
Yes, we have a new pitcher on the mound for the Cabrini Cavaliers before we get to our 5th inning flex antics. Looks like it's going to be Sammy Sisolak, number 23. And this year she's appeared 16 times, a 4.65 ERA and a 1.58 whip. 19 walks on the season in 87 innings, which is much less than her counterpart in the starter, Avery Burns, who had 61 in 120 innings. So we'll see if Sisolak's control and command can help the Cabrini Cavaliers. But quickly, I think for this 5th inning flex, considering it's not tough, I'm going to give
also
you
the home team. How many of the Cavaliers does it take to take down a Prof?
Oh, I mean, I think this is honestly just 1. I mean, you've got a human Cavalier against a Prof, which I believe is an owl.
That is correct. It is an owl.
So
just the
I'm
one?
going to go with just the 1.
No special circumstances, just 1 human.
Just 1.
All right. There you have it, ladies and gents. 1 Cavalier will take down a Prof. First pitch from Sisolak was a ball inside. So picking up right where Burns left off.
Yeah, and it's tough. You know, you come in the game, you've got to have that command early. You've got to be sharp, especially chasing 5. And not as much velocity on that riser for her. We'll see how well she can command the zone here, and doesn't look like too well so far.
No, back-to-back balls. Make it 3 in a row. 3-0 count now to Shukaitis. Imagine she's taking all the way. Takes a nice pitch inside for a strike. 3-1 now. In her last time up, Shukaitis reached on an error. Fouls that one off. Counts run full.
And coming in, a pitcher with a little bit less velocity, the hitters are going to be able to jump right on it, so it's really important that you get this 9-hitter out.
Less velocity and seemingly 1 pitch, but getting the job done right now as Martin settles in underneath that one for out number 1.
Yeah, sometimes that first out is the most important of the inning, especially when it's the 9-hole with the top coming up next. So Sisolak doing a good job getting that first. Now she has to face Melvin.
Melvin 0 for 2 on the day with a walk. Lined out to center her last time up. Takes a first pitch ball. One-0 pitch from Sisolak. Flared up in the air, but basket catch by Barbera will retire Melvin.
Now batting the shortstop, number 37, Peyton McNair.
Quickly 2 away in the bottom of the 5th. McNair up now for her 4th time. She has 2 walks, grounded out her first time up. 3rd inning in a row that we will see McNair up at bat. Very delayed call there from the umpire, but rules that one a ball. One-0 pitch. Driven foul. 1-1. This looks like it's going out of play foul. I believe it did, as the third baseman, Stotler, tried to grab that one, just getting past her. Might have collided into the fence, but she seems okay. Sisolak now ahead of McNair, 1-2. As we struggle to find a ball. There it is. One and two to McNair. Fouled back.
Really good pitch there, you know, going up to the high and out after going in. Her sequencing seems to be particularly effective in this inning. Of course, can't argue with results. 2 outs on 2 batters faced, so 1-2 count here, and looking to use that once again.
Goes back to that high pitch inside. This one too high though, ball 2. Two pitch high, and the count has run full to McNair. Two outs here and the count full.
McNair, a .304 hitter on the season.
Fouls that one off. And we'll do it again. Payoff pitch from Sisolak. Low ball 4, and McNair has her 3rd walk of the day. 3rd walk in as many innings. That's an interesting thing. You don't see that one every day.
You really don't, and it's just been a testament to the pitching so far in this one from Cabrini. Just a lot of walks overall.
First pitch strike from Sisolak to Zane. Her last time up, she popped up to the first baseman in foul territory. Takes ball 1. Does have 2 RBIs on the day, 1 on a single, 1 on a double. Later came around to score when she hit the double.
Yeah, Jordan, just going back to what I was saying earlier, though, about the pitching, it's been a struggle so far for Cabrini. I believe it's between double-digit walks and hit by pitches so far, so a lot of free passes for Rowan, and they've taken advantage, pushing 6 across so far. Sisolak just missing with that slider outside, and once again, the 3 balls for Cabrini pitching, and Zane looking to do some damage here with 2 outs in the bottom of the 5th.
3-1 pitch. Driven foul just over the glove of Stotler. She had a chance to nab that one and put the 5th inning to a close. Can't quite grab that one. With the foul, the count will now run full. 3 full counts now in this inning for Sisolak. She has 1 walk and got Shukaitis to pop up to the catcher. This time around, that ball's hit high in the air to shallow center field. Running in is Miranda, diving, laying out, and she catches that ball. What a play. That was almost on the infield dirt.
Yeah, and a really great play by Miranda. Google probably would have had to take probably between 5 and 6 steps in pursuit of that ball, but instead it's Miranda making the beautiful diving play to keep Sisolak in the game. Now, after the 5th inning, the Profs lead 6-1.
Top of the 6th inning here. Cabrini Cavaliers up at bat, down 5. Leading off this inning is Allison Martin. Swings at that ball, foul into the net. Martin singled her first time up, has since struck out, and here we are for her 3rd time up at bat.
Yeah, August still dealing, ran into a little bit of trouble last inning, but comes out this one and is filling up the zone and painting those corners. A beautiful pitch right there to put her ahead 0-2, really just continuing to put herself in a position to succeed up in that pitcher circle.
Martin struck out looking her last time up. This time drives a ball into shallow left field, but caught by McNair for out number 1.
Good job by Martin trying to get that bat head out, but just a little bit too far in on her hands, and another pop out for her. August continuing to deal. This is her 6th inning of action so far in this one.
I believe that's the 3rd time now that there has been soft contact towards the left side of the field that McNair has just moved over and made a great catch on to rob Cabrini of a hit.
Yeah, and it's because August has been so effective both in and out of the strike zone, right? Like, if you can command the entire strike zone, top to bottom, in and out, you're going to be really tough to hit, just generally speaking. And then when you add on top of that fastball, curveball, or fastball slider, which she has both command of today, I mean, she's really just got everything working.
1-1 pitches on the outside edge for strike 2.
I mean, save for that 5th inning blemish with the back-to-back doubles, August has been spotless so far. So far, so good for her.
1-2 pitch, soft contact, right side of the infield, but the second baseman McCaffrey is able to flip that one to deep past Squall for out number 2.
Now batting third base, number 30, Shauna Stotler.
Up at bat now is Stotler. Had one heck of an at bat that resulted in a walk her first time up in the 2nd inning. Last time up in the 4th, she struck out. We're here now in the 6th. Takes ball 1. Looking to get another 2-out rally started here for the Cavaliers. They had one in the last inning that put up 1 run on the board. However, if she keeps getting pitches like that high and outside, I can't imagine she's swinging anytime soon.
Right. I mean, if you're August, those are just 2 that you lost the handle on. Just got to refocus and fill up the zone.
That one just inside for ball 3. Stotler does have 1 walk on the day. See if it becomes 2, as I imagine she's taking all the way 3-0. Swings. Underneath 3-1. I'm a little shocked. I don't think I've seen someone swing 3-0 in a couple of years.
Yeah, I mean, especially down 5 when all you need. I mean, we may have had the count mixed up because she walks on she walks on the 3-1. But down 5, when you need base runners, a home run gets you within 4. Not the wisest decision to be swinging, but plays to her advantage either way.
Well, regardless as to swinging 3-0 or not swinging 3-0, the walk was issued to Stotler, her 2nd of the day, and now she's on base with 2 out here. Elias up at bat. Swings through that pitch. Down 0-1. 0-1 from August. Flared foul grabbed by the 3rd baseman Bryant. And that is how this inning will come to a close.
No errors, 1 runner left.
And with that, we head into the bottom of the 6th as the Profs look to take what is, as of now, going to be their last ups in this first game of theirs in the NCAA tournament. bottom of the sixth here in game number 2 of what we'll call opening day for this regional mini tournament. Profs up 6-1. Into bat is McCaffrey. Takes strike 1 from Sisolak. Her last time up, she grounded into a fielder's choice. Ended up being safe at first. And takes ball 1. 1-1 pitch from Sisolak. Bouncing in front of the plate for ball 2.
Yeah, both Sisolak and Burns, the former pitcher for Cabrini, have struggled to find that zone. Sisolak with a significant amount less velocity on her pitches, so expecting to catch the Rowan hitters off balance, although I believe this is her second time through the order, so still trying to keep those hitters off balance, being effectively wild, but 3-1 count here, and Sisolak in danger of issuing another leadoff walk.
And she does. That is now the 4th leadoff walk for the Profs today. 1 belonging to Melvin to start the game, 2 to McNair in the 3rd and the 4th inning, and 1 now to McCaffrey in the 6th. Catcher Haig up at bat now, takes a first pitch strike. Oh, 0-1 pitch. Too high. That'll be a ball. One now to Haig. She seems to just be taking everything. And it has netted her a 2-1 count.
Haig hit by a pitch in her previous appearance.
Pops that one up in the air. Third baseman Stotler calling and has it.
Now batting designated player number 16, Kat Thomas.
1 out now, Thomas the batter. She is 0 for 2 today. 2 strikeouts. Did have 1 walk in the 3rd inning. Later came around to score. Takes a first pitch strike from Sisolak.
Yeah, nice pitch there from Sisolak to get ahead on Thomas. Thomas struck out twice today already and walked in her other appearance.
Now 3 batters in a row that Sisolak has thrown a first pitch strike. Beautiful pitch there to get ahead 0-2.
And as you could see from that swing there from Thomas, it looks like they haven't quite adjusted to the speed difference from Sisolak just yet. Thomas way out in front of that one.
Sisolak ahead 0-2. Her pitch fouled back. The 0-2 again from Sisolak to Thomas. Thrown inside. This one hit hard, crushed foul. That one had the distance, did not have the line.
Right, still way out in front of it is Thomas. She's got really good back speed there from the right-handed batter's box. So we're going to see if she can try to, maybe even catch a hold of one.
As she does there, that ball is hit well, going all the way, foul. Back-to-back huge rips from Thomas. That one closer to being in play. Definitely hit farther, too. But line still isn't there.
Yeah, Kat Thomas, 10 doubles, 3 home runs on the season, and 27 runs batted in. Good for a .529 slugging percentage, so clearly has the power.
That ball high. Stealing on that pitch was McCaffrey. She'll get that stolen base easily. Throw not in time, and also was not picked up by the shortstop. Google went into center field. However, good defense out there from Miranda prevents the runner from advancing to third.
Yeah, good job by McCaffrey. Kind of caught the defense sleeping. As you can see, Google way over towards the third base side. So all McCaffrey really had to do was beat Google to the bag. And she beat her there. Throw didn't beat her there, and she steals second with ease. Only 2 steals on the season for her. It's her third.
This pitch hit very well out to left field, and that one is gone. 2-run home run from Kat Thomas to put the Profs ahead 8-1. We thought it was coming with the 2 monstrous foul balls she hit, and with that one, she will drive it into left field and send the Profs into a meeting with the Jumbos tomorrow, as I believe that will be the mercy rule.
And we saw Kat Thomas drive 2 out of the yard foul. And finally keeps that one fair, but Kat Thomas showing off her power, adding 2 more to the tally for the Rowan Profs. Score now 8-1. Bottom of the 6th inning. Looks like it may be the game, but we'll continue to play here at Spicer Field on the campus of Tufts University.
My mistake on the mercy rule call there. I had the score mixed up. Only a 7-run lead, not 8. That's my bad. But nonetheless, it was a great piece of hitting from Kat Thomas to hit a 2-run home run. Her 4th of the year, 28th and 29th RBIs coming in as well. Now it is 2-0 to the third baseman, Bryant.
Not quite sure where that one missed. Sisolak pleading her case for the strike, but won't get it.
2-0 pitch from Sisolak. Foul back. Two one now. Still 1 out. That pitch is good on the outside edge for a strike.
My apologies for not updating that scoreboard up there in the upper right-hand corner of your screen. Should be all corrected now.
2-2 pitch fouled off. Bryant 0 for 1 on the day. Has 2 walks. Her most recent walk was in a bases loaded situation, brought a run home. That pitch is well outside and the count has run full. Payoff pitch to Bryant following the Thomas home run. It's fouled back. Three-two again is hit into play. This one out to left field. Adjusting is the left fielder, Martin. She brings that one home for out number 2.
Nice job by Martin tracking that ball even through the wind. That ball continued to tail away from her towards that third baseline. Now DiPasquale steps into bat.
She's been hit by a pitch and walked. Also flew out to right field as she drives that one down the line foul. Took a very interesting bounce off of the fence and then over the second set of fencing that we have out here in Spicer, across the street. 0-1 pitch, taking all the way. 1-1. One pitch from Sisolak. Popped up and out of play. Now Sisolak ahead 1-2. Quick pause as home plate umpire goes to grab a couple more balls, as there have been plenty of fouls in this inning. And the long ball, of course, can't forget about that one. 1-2 pitch high for ball 2. Count even at 2s. Sislak to deep pass Squall. That ball is hit out towards right field. Miranda shifted over there, has that with no problem. Or, excuse me, that was the right fielder,
2 runs on
Ilias.
1 hit. No errors, 1 runner left. Your score through 6 innings of play. Rowan 8, Cabrini 1.
And with that, we are through 6 innings. Cat Thomas home run tacking on 2 more for the Profs. They now lead 8-1, looking to put an end to this one in the top of the 7th. Cabrini up, do or die. Do or die time for the Cavaliers. They need to put on at least 7 here in order to keep this game going. Tall task, but we'll see if they're up to it. They have their 9, 1, and 2 hitters due up. That's Tobelman, Miranda, and Google. Miranda and Google have combined doubles for the only runs that the Cavaliers have today. And on excellent play from the catcher, Haig, she's able to throw out Tobelman on what was an attempted bunt single.
Yeah, and a really good job there from the second baseman, McCaffrey, to get over there. That's going to be scored a 2-4, and Haig able to get it to McCaffrey over at first base, and it's really just been all day here for the senior from Mahwah, New Jersey, Emily August. She's been spectacular. Only that blemish in the 5th inning on back-to-back doubles has scored a run for Cabrini. Only 5 hits for the Cavaliers in total.
Well, the 1 and 2 hitters are still due up for the Cavaliers here, being Miranda and Google, each of which have a double on the day, which have produced the only run that the Cavaliers have scored so far. Of course, there are still at least 2 outs left in this game. 2-0 pitch is high and inside to Miranda.
Yeah, August having a little bit of trouble picking up that catcher's glove. The sun seems to be right in her eyes, as you can see her shading her own eyes there.
Good pitch from August there on 3-0 to make it a 3-1 count now to Miranda. Walk would put her on base and give some good life to the Cavaliers here. However, August has fought back beautifully in order to work the count full. Full count now, August to Miranda. And the pitch is hit up, looks like it's in play, hits the net. So that will be a dead ball. And we'll do full count again. Payoff pitch. Low ball 4. And Cavaliers will have themselves a base runner, not just any base runner, a base runner who has 44 steals on the year.
That's right, Jordan, and definitely a threat on the base paths here, but down 7 runs might not be worth, trying to take a bag at the expense of an out. Of course, that run doesn't mean a whole lot.
Well, we'll see what they decide to do. Google in at bat now. She doubled her last time up to bring Miranda home. And with the speed of Miranda, could be facing a similar situation here right now. Won the count to her after the foul. Again, we see the sun in the eyes of August. However, she's still dishing fine. Haig popping up. Defense shading into second, just in case Miranda thought about running. 0-2 now to Google. O2 pitch is hit into left field. Zane cutting over, thought that was in front of her, ended up being to her right, and on an excellent play there, just barely able to bring it back in for out number 2.
Yeah, Jordan, that wind blowing all the way over there to the foul line, and it turned Zane around, to say the least. She didn't look super comfortable ranging over to try to catch that fly ball, but nonetheless, 2 outs here for Emily August and her Rowan Profs.
Caitlin Martin up at bat now. Has a walk and a single so far today. Took a big cut at that pitch. Missed. 0-1 now to her as Cavaliers are down to their final out. And on that foul ball will now be put down to their final strike. Martin, not one of the strikeout victims so far today, but down 0-2 will definitely have to fight to keep herself alive in the at-bat and keep the Cavaliers alive in this game. The 0-2 pitch. Swung on, driven into shallow left center, and that ball will fall for a base hit. We've seen McNair out and short. We've seen her take away a couple of those hits, but maybe with the way that the sun is looking and no sunglasses, she lost that one, just got behind her and falls down for a base hit. So now runner in scoring position, still down 7, so a lot of work does need to be done here. Wargo, the batter now, swings and misses at the first pitch she sees. And August is ahead 0-1. Wargo takes outside for a ball. Count even at 1s. Wargo 0 for 3 today. Pop out, line out, strikeout. Swings through that rise ball and is now down 1-2. Yet again, the Cavaliers find themselves down to their final strike, needing to battle in order to stay alive.
And it's interesting because the Cavaliers actually did win the hit battle today, right? They've got 6 hits to Rowan's 4, but as Wargo goes down swinging, the Rowan Profs have punched themselves a ticket and a date with the Tufts Jumbos tomorrow. Both teams with 1 win, as Cabrini will go down to face Muhlenberg tomorrow morning as well.
You said it best. The Profs punched their ticket to a match with the Jumbos, much as they punched the Cavaliers' ticket to a date with the Mules. Thank you for sticking with us today for both games of this doubleheader. I am Jordan Burke. He is Sam Brill, and we will be back with you tomorrow for some more NCAA softball.